All right, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on this call. I have been so excited for it. I asked Jordan and Meg to do this call with me because I think it's fun to meet other people on our team in general. And I don't know, maybe my team gets a little bored hearing from me all the time. So I figured we'd mix it up a little bit. No, but honestly, these two girls are rock stars and I love them. We've become really close friends through this Beachbody journey, and I'm thankful that our paths have crossed with this opportunity. So with that, I'm psyched to dive in. Emerald Rank, guys, is the first step in building a successful Beachbody business. And not only for you to get to Emerald Rank, but also to know how to help your coaches get to Emerald Rank as well. So that's why we wanted to kind of include both in this call. And then lastly, how it benefits your business. So Meg is going to kick things off talking about Emerald Rank and how to get there.
Yes. Hi, guys. So in case I haven't really introduced myself to some of you before, my name is Megan Howe. And I just want to take a minute and raise your hand if you are already at Emerald Rank or above right now in this business. Okay. And raise your hand if you are working to achieve Emerald Rank this month. Very good. And raise your hand if you're ready to achieve Emerald Rank in this business and or help your downline coaches achieve Emerald Rank. Yeah. Everybody, yay. Okay, awesome. So Emerald Rank, it is your first rank advancement in this business. And it really is, the beginning of your journey as a coach leading a team of people, which is really exciting. So tonight, my job on this call is to talk to you a little bit about how to achieve Emerald Rank, and more importantly, how to maintain it, as well as how to help your downline coaches reach Emerald Rank and maintain it. So, there will be a lot of overlap in what I'm saying, but everything I'm going to deliver to you on this call tonight is everything that you should be reiterating to your downline coaches. So I'm going to dive just right in. My first tip for you is that consistency in this business is paramount. And I'm sure you've heard that a million times over, but I'm going to tell you 1,000,001 times that it is paramount. It's so important to be doing those 3 vital behaviors daily. You're inviting, your PD, personal development, you're being a product of the product, but more specifically, you simply cannot expect growth in your business or on your team if you're not inviting daily. Bonnie Engel, I'm not sure. I know some of you have probably heard of her. I have a girl crush on her. She's one of the top coaches in the business, and I was listening to one of her calls on the best of the best in the West, and she said, "You'll never attract a coach who is better than you at what you do." So you really have to remember that it's so important to model the behaviors that you preach. You can tell your downline coaches to invite, but if you're not doing it, really, and I have been guilty of it myself. I'll be the first to admit that. Not that long ago, I texted Lindsay. I'm like, "Lindsay, I haven't invited in 3 days." And but I just felt like everything else came to a standstill, everything on my team. And it's just so true. There's such a connection there. So it's important to model the behaviors that you preach. And I've said this on calls with my coaches before, inviting can be scary. It's where a lot of coaches seem to fall short in this business because they're held back from the inviting process by that sneaky little thing called fear. And, it's fear that maybe they're going to annoy their friends and family, or fear that they'll hear no more than they'll hear yes. You need to throw fear out the window. And how coincidental that this week's National Coach Wake Up Call was on fear. If you haven't listened to it, you need to listen to it because it's a good one. And I'm obsessed with Scotty Hobbs. I have a man crush on him. So you need to throw that fear out the window and commit to your invites. If you want to see growth and you want to advance in rank and maintain your rank, Emerald or otherwise, you should be inviting, I suggest at minimum 5 people daily. I would argue that, in some cases, 5 people is the bare bones of inviting. So ideally, go for 5, but if there are more, go for more. And, part of that too, though, is that you need to be constantly adding to your network of people, adding friends on Facebook. And definitely go for no. Take those no's as a no, not right now, and not as a no, see and ever. And keep those names of those people in a special place where you can follow up with them at a later date. Don't count out your family and your friends. The people who know you best, the people who you have the best connections with. Don't count them out just because of fear that you'll annoy them, truly. And begin new conversations and form with people every single day and pay that solid foundation for those invites when the time is right to send them. The second tip that I have for you is to share the Refer 3, Get Yours Free option with the people in your downline. So people love Shakeology. That goes without saying. People don't always love the price tag that comes with it. And, we know the value that Shakeology has and what it can do for the human body and just do for life in general. But, not everybody can afford it every month. And, you can share that, if a person in your downline refers 3 people successfully every single month, that covers the cost of their Shakeology. So if they're enrolling 3 people underneath them every single month, if they love Shakeology that much and they wish that they had the money to be able to afford it, they can just enroll 3 people underneath them. And sometimes people will find these commission checks that are coming in, they're kind of nice. Tell me a little bit more about this coaching thing that you do, because I'm loving the extra cash. But with that said, I do want to emphasize that this shouldn't be your sole focus is the Refer 3, Get Yours Free, because, you do want people on your team, who are looking to be business builders. There are going to be people who jump on the Refer 3, Get Yours Free bandwagon, and then the next month they're just like, meh, whatever, I don't really care, or they fall out and they're inactive, and then you're like, oh my God, where'd my Emerald go? But, I would just say that that's another way that you could build Emeralds underneath you. The third way is enrolling a spouse or a family member as a discount coach and building their account once and only once you have hit Success Club for the month. So, for example, when I first started out as a coach, I was determined to hit Emerald rank in my first month, and I wanted to earn Success Starters, and I had one friend enrolled on my left leg, and I needed one other person on my right leg, at least, to hit Emerald. So I spoke with my dad, and he agreed that he'd love to start a new routine where he ate healthier and he wanted to drink my super yummy shakes. And he swore he was going to, get started working out and adopt this new healthy lifestyle. And he was like, yeah, sign me up. He never touched his workout program, by the way. And he only sometimes touches his shakes. And I'm so up his butt about it. But that aside, little by little, as I began I was hitting Success Club every month. Every time I'd hit my Success Club goal, I'd start enrolling people under him. So eventually, little by little, I began to grow his account by enrolling my mom and my sister and some of my other friends underneath him to make him an Emerald coach. So that's another way that you can build emeralds, is by enrolling a spouse or, a boyfriend that you're going to marry someday, or a family member. And then my next tip for you, and I can't stress this enough, do not be afraid to share the business opportunity with people. This is like the biggest mistake that I made for a really long time as a new coach. And it's a mistake that I'm trying to use as an example to my downline right now. You may not be where you want to be financially in this business just yet. You may not be a 2 or a 5-star diamond, but sharing this business is so important. It's certain that if you don't share the business, that you're not going to get to 2 or 5-star diamond. You're not going to get to where you want to be financially in this business unless you're sharing the business. And that is, you're sharing the business with passion and purpose and unwavering belief in what it can do for others. If you're like, oh, I do Beachbody coaching, and I don't know, have you ever heard of like P90 or Insanity? Like, nobody's going to want to join you, you have to be like, it's amazing. Like, I'm a part of this incredible community of people who just lift each other up. And it's like a family and this and that. And just just vomit sunshine, because that's literally what this opportunity is. So anyway, to reiterate, first, it's important to stay consistent in your business activities. You got to do those vital behaviors. You need to live those vital behaviors. You need to be those vital behaviors. And do not forget to invite. There are 3 invites in that vital behavior because it's 3 times important. That's the fact. And again, I'd say at least try to invite 5 people a day. This also means adding to your network and adding new people on Facebook every day. The next phase, refer 3, get yours free. And then I mentioned enrolling a spouse or a close family member and building their account after you've hit Success Club every month. And then, of course, sharing this heavenly opportunity that we have here before us. So if you guys have any questions at the end of all this and we still have time, feel free to ask questions. But I believe I'm now handing it over to Jordan. She mentioned she was sandwiched between me and Lindsay in this call. That's why I believe you're next, right?
Right. Okay. I think I'm off mute now. Meg, I love you. That was adorable. So I agree 150% with everything that Meg said. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Jordan Shostrom, and I have Team Workout Warriors on this call. So some of you don't know my face, but that's okay. But I met Meg and Lindsay at Summit and fell in love with them. So they're equally dweeby as me, and we all can be friends. That's totally fine. I agree with everything she says. A few things I wanted to touch up on that might overlap what Meg said, only because all 3 of us are going to agree on this. And, it's not a coincidence that we're all bringing up similar topics, because it's things that we have done that have gotten us to emerald or diamond super quick. One thing I wanted to point out is when Meg said PD, personal development, make sure that you're doing personal development, but also professional development. So this call is professional development. Personal development might be like a book that you're reading, or an auto book, whatever you're doing for that. So my mistake was doing the personal development and not so much the professional development. And then I was like, wait, how do I even do anything to progress my business in Beachbody? Another thing that Meg touched on was inviting people to your network. I always thought that was a little sketchy. And then I saw a Beachbody coach who made a cover photo that had kind of like a quick little bio about who she was, what her team was all about and some links to her public like page. And to me, I was like, wow, that's great, because then if they're like, who the heck is this woman trying to friend me? They can at least get access to that cover photo because my profile is private. So those are two things that popped into my head when Meg was speaking. One thing everything's going to touch on what Meg said, but that's okay. You really have to believe in the programs and Shakeology. I liked Shakeology and I knew it was good for me, but until I went to Summit and really started getting educated on Shakeology, I was able to see how natural it was, how it could help like our parents. And for our generation with people in their 20s, obviously they want a quick weight loss shake, which this is not. But I'm finding that, my aunt tried it out, my dad tried it out, and seeing 50, 60 something year olds and the impact of that has been amazing. And I kind of dismissed the older people when I really shouldn't have, because you know what? They have the money. They have the money to be like, oh, $150, $115, that's nothing every month, So don't dismiss your parents and your aunts and uncles, even though they might think you're a little crazy at the beginning. It's okay. Think of Success Club as families that you're helping instead of commission, instead of being like, oh, that's $50 and then I'm going to team cycle and it's all money. Because when I started getting desperate with money, I started realizing that my tone and the way that I was talking to people was very salesy, and I didn't want to become that person, and I did. So really think about the people that you're helping. Think of people who need your help that don't know it yet, and how you can connect with them that way. Ways that you can help your coaches turn emeralds. I found to keep my coaches in the loop has been really helpful, like having my team page with a cover photo that has all of the events so that everyone knows what's happening. So when they have someone that they sign up, they have a challenge group they can plug them in, or a training they can plug them in. Just having systems has been key for emeralds, and then especially getting to diamond, but I won't go into that. Having success partners can be really helpful as well. If you have two people who start off at the same level, and maybe they're both moms, or they're both college students, or they have something in common, it's really cool to connect people that way, because something that helps you maintain emerald is the culture of Beachbody. I can't tell you how many times I have doubted myself in this business, and even Lindsay and Meg and plenty others have helped pick me back up, and we still kick our own asses every once in a while, even us diamonds. So know that you're not the only one who gets down on yourself, and share that with your downline as well. Be human. One thing that's really helped me is sharing my flaws with my downline and people in Facebook, because they think we're like Barbie dolls and we're perfect and we're like personal trainers, but we're not. And that's what makes people want to sign up, and will want to sign up under your downline, is that we're human and we're along for this journey together. Like Meg said, talking to your friends, your family, your spouses, don't dismiss that. I could go on and on about the spouse benefits, especially when you become a emerald, the team cycles and extra money that you get from commission, because it's not just commission. I don't know if you've been talked to about that. But one last thing I wanted to point out is that if you have a coach who is just starting, really introduce them to Success Club, because they will hit it. They will hit it, and they will keep hitting it, and they will hit emerald really quickly. My coach said I could hit emerald in a week, and I hit it the first day I signed up as a coach. So really, it's just two people. We all know two people. If you're at least 25 years old, you know at least 1,000 people. So you can hit emerald if you haven't, and you can help your coaches find ways to hit emerald for sure. Find out what their financial goals are and reverse engineer that. That's another great way that you can help them hit Emerald, but I don't want to talk your ear off too much. I hope I didn't talk too fast, but I know Lindsay has a really important message she wants to talk to you about too. So I'm going to hand it over to Lindsay.
Thank you, Jordan. That was awesome. So I love what Meg and Jordan have said so far. And I kind of took the third subject here, which is kind of the subject that we don't really always like to talk about because it's about the money. And let me just throw this out here, guys. Not all of you know me, but the ones who do know me know that I'm in this to help people. I am obsessed with people. I just hit a mark. The other day I got a message from one of my clients, and she'll be the 5th person that I've helped who has lost 50 pounds. So that's 5 people this year whose lives are completely changed. Unreal, right? So the reason I'm saying that is because what I'm going to start talking about now is about, customer leads and about making team cycle bonuses and those sorts of things. And it's something we don't always like to talk about, but at the end of the day, how cool is it that we can make this our job, that we can make money helping people, that we can get the best of both worlds? So that's what I want to start off by saying. So Emerald Rank, the first step in your business. It's the first stepping stone. It's the foundation that you're building to your empire. And I think it's a really easy thing to blow out of proportion, like we overthink it. Like Jordan said, it's you plus 2 people. Like we all know 2 people. And it's signing each of them up as coaches. They can want to run with the business, or they can just want the discount with Shakeology, just one person on each leg. The way I did it, I signed up my husband, and I signed up a friend whom I wanted to do my next challenge group. I started right away, advertising a challenge group. She wanted to sign up. It was perfect. So my hubby, at first I was like, am I really going to be spending this much money every month? Like, I'm going to spend it on me, my Shakeology, and my husband's Shakeology. Like, Heather LaChance, what are you getting me into right now? And I was skeptical. Like, I didn't know if this was the best thing to do. So I did my research, and I realized that right away I knew I wanted to make this a big business. So having my husband as the first person on my leg means that any other coach that I signed up under him, we were going to create volume under him, and that commission was going to go through him and then me. So if I had signed up people above him, then that's commission that I was going to be missing out on. And that's something I think that people don't think about at the very beginning, because maybe they're, skeptical, or maybe they don't know or have belief in themselves or the business. But it ended up being a no-brainer once I started doing my professional development, once I started watching videos from Lindsay Matway about this sort of subject and things like that. So I encourage you all, if you're wondering about this Emerald thing and whether to sign up a spouse or a friend or a relative, definitely look up some videos just to kind of do the research to better understand it. Anyway, so that's how I did it. The benefits of it: 1, it is a huge confidence booster. Like, when you hit Emerald, your coach is like excited for you. They're giving you shout outs on their page, on your team page, everywhere. And this is when you start to build momentum. Like, for me, when I sign on a new coach, sign on a new customer, it's like the blood starts pumping. It's like it's like this adrenaline rush, and it makes you want to do more and more, and it makes you just feel so good. And you're getting high fives from the team, you're getting high fives from your coaches, and you really start realizing it, like, shoot, this is something that, like, I can really do this. So never underestimate the power of momentum and the power of building confidence in yourself and belief in this business. So that's the first benefit of achieving Emerald Rank, as hitting that first milestone. The second thing, you start to qualify for leads. Well, it's one step towards qualifying for these leads, and I'm going to go into really briefly. And again, you can learn more about these. There's FAQs on it, but really briefly, there's customer leads and there's Success Club leads. With customer leads, what those are, if somebody just randomly signs up for a club membership on teambeachbody.com, they automatically get assigned a coach. And they didn't choose a coach, so they automatically get assigned a coach. So if you have hit Emerald Rank, if you've hit Success Club 5 the previous month, if you have a profile set up, and if you, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, and if you have a club membership, then you are eligible to get a free lead. This is somebody that it just appears, poof, in your account, and you have their contact information, and then you can start building a relationship with them. It's like a total no-brainer. That's a customer lead. A Success Club lead is even crazier. So if you hit Success Club 10 the month before, if you are Emerald rank, if you have your bio and profile all set up on your account, then you actually can get a Success Club lead, which means somebody bought Shakeology or a challenge pack directly through the website. They didn't put a coach ID in, and you actually make that commission right away too. So you're eligible to get $30, I think, if it's just a Shakeology, or 40 or whatever the challenge pack commission is. And then again, poof, they're in your account, and you can start building a relationship with these people. So again, guys, this all started with Emerald rank, you plus 2 people. 2 people, and then you are eligible for all of these amazing things. Success Club is just one more person. So if you really think about this, it's so achievable. It's so like within your grasp. You just have to set that goal and do it. You have to write your list of people that you're going to reach out to. And it's true, your friends and family, it's not even them helping you, it's like them letting you help them, because we love the product. We believe in it. We believe in these programs. We know what they can do for people. So definitely just never be afraid to lead with signing up as a discount coach or working the business. Just never be afraid to do that. So again, 3 benefits. We have our confidence booster. We have, becoming eligible, one of the factors for becoming eligible for the free customer leads, and becoming eligible for the Success Club leads. And don't take those things lightly, because think of how much we're inviting people just to get them to buy a challenge pack. And these are people that are literally being given to us from Beachbody. So I think I actually have, I think from my free leads, 3 or 4 people that I've converted into a challenge pack sale from just a random free lead. And I don't know if Meg or Jordan, has theirs too that they could talk about. But
Ginny on the call right now, she's my coach. She was my free lead.
See? That's
and
amazing.
She's a rock star. So there's that. Don't doubt the power of the free leads, people. That's all I have to say about that. I'm so blessed to have Ginny in my life. She's such a rock star. She's such a sweetheart. She's ready to come out guns blazing, helping people. She's posting size videos, rocking her booty shake, and just killing it. She's killing it. And I feel like sometimes too, I go into my my Coach Online office and I'll have 2 Success Club points. I have no idea where they came from. No idea.
That's what it's from.
That happened to me last month. I was like, I don't have any new customers.
Like literally, can you imagine, guys? Because if you're like me every morning, because I always have people that are like, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to sign up. So, in the morning I like go in. I'm like, okay, do I have any Success Club points? Can you imagine though, if you weren't expecting one and all of a sudden you had 2 Success Club points in there out of nowhere? Like that's, amazing. Amazing. And we're always talking, right? Like, I want to expand my network outside of my friends. I know I want that so badly. Like I work on my like page, like it's nobody's business, because that's like my ultimate goal. And this is a way to do that. This is a way to reach outside of your friends and family. And all you had to do was sign on a few people just to start achieving that sort of leadway to find new people. And again, I know that was a lot of information at the end there. If you want the Success Club leads, which I know sound incredibly amazing, it's almost too good to be true, but I swear it's true. It's FAQ 1539. That's 1539. So if you did want to read more about that and the qualifications for it, you can check that out in the Coach Online office. So I don't even know what time it is. 8:35. So, we said a half hour. We did pretty good. I think, do you guys mind like a minute for questions if anybody has any? you stay on for another minute in case?
Yeah.
Does anybody have questions on any of that, or do you want to share any struggles you're having, anything like that? Yes, Carrie, hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So I am struggling with inviting, and it is frustrating the daylights out of me because I feel like on Facebook, I know it's probably not true, but I feel like I've already invited everybody that I know, and I get no response, and I kind of just need to delete the messages that because I have so many of them, and people just aren't getting back, or they're saying no, not now. And then I just moved to Texas, so I'm trying to meet new people, and the new people that I'm meeting I've invited, but then they're like, no, I'm not interested right now. So I'm really struggling in the invite department. Like, when you say to invite 5 people a day, I'm like, who the hell am I inviting? Like, that's how I feel.
Okay, so you're a mom, right, Carrie?
Yeah.
Join a Texas mom group. Join a Texas mom group. It's
so
the power.
cheesy.
No, but here's the thing. I'm going to tell you something. Because
I'm not like your typical mom.
No, you're fine. You're fine. If you're looking for people to invite, this is the way to do it. Kelly Coons, I'm not sure if you guys know who she is. She's a rock star. She's my success partner and my better half. And she's a mom who just moved to Bozeman, Montana. And I'm telling you that the majority of her success comes from joining Facebook groups and just like spending a couple minutes every day, like commenting on stuff or maybe making a post in the group. And she has people, active coaches underneath her now from those groups working the business. And the thing about those groups is that it's a rare breed of people. And for a few reasons. Number one, the people in those groups are used to posting and being active and communicating with other people. Is that not like what we look for in our challengers? People who are going to be engaging in our challenge groups and want to connect with other people. Like, that's that skill set that they don't really know they have. They're just like, it's like a cork almost. Like that's our target audience. So really just like hone in on like what your interests are and what your niche is and join those groups. Like, I always say to Kelly, I'm like, oh, I wish I was a mom because I joined a mom group, but I'm over here. I'm like, yeah, Jenny, what? Like, oh. So anyway.
Now, is she on an online mom group?
It's Facebook. Oh, and let me tell you this much. She moved to Bozeman, right? And she was in a coffee shop, and somebody came up to her and was like, are you Kelly Coons? This has happened to her, though, 3 times. She texted me.
Wow.
She's like, I feel like a celebrity. I'm like, it's because you are. You're my celebrity. I'm obsessed with her. I love her so much.
I mean, that's the thing. So I'm totally game for that. And I just search like mom groups in Texas.
Yeah, like whatever town you're in, like mom group, whatever. And like, moms have so much funny stuff to talk about. I used to be a kindergarten teacher. I know you moms have funny stuff to talk about because all I'd talk about all day is funny stuff about my little friends. So like, for example, I joined a kindergarten group because that's the next best thing to a mom group. And like everybody's sharing their funny anecdotal stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I wish I was still able to share stuff because I don't really have like any current stories. But like,
I would say too, Carrie, because I know you're into like simple, easy, like family meals. Like there are Facebook groups out there specifically for that, even probably moms groups, you know, looking up one specific to food. And if there isn't one, like I started my twin moms group that I'm in right now. I did it before I was a Beachbody coach, but I've gotten, you know, plenty of sales from people in there that I've built solid relationships with. So to Meg's point, I think it really is, it's all about finding groups of people that you can relate to, you know, with the interest that, because there are a ton of moms groups. So maybe even more focused, like a food one would be good for you. But I think Jordan said that she had a tip too for you.
Just really quickly, I know I agree with Meg and that I wish I was a mom so I could join a mom. But for the non-moms out there, and even for the moms, what I've done to even use the network that I have, I had so many Facebook friends of people who I went to high school with or college with who like knew me but didn't really know me. And I was like, there's no way they're watching me. Like, they don't know who I am. And some of them reached out, but for them to reach out is like really even more scary than us reaching out to them, I feel.
Yeah.
So what I started doing is in Facebook, you can put people in lists. And they have no idea that they're in lists, but you put them on lists, and I treat it like in my power hour, I just go over to my list and I have a group that's called November Forming. And if you don't know what forming is, we can talk about it another time, but, you know, saying I'm going to have this person sign up for a challenge group in December, so I'm going to start forming with them in October, and just liking a few things and commenting on people's like random posts it's just completely changed the way that I've used my network, where you know, I was like, oh, I know 20 people really well, but like I have 2,000 friends. So like, who the hell are these 2,000 people? Let me get to know them and like extend my hand out just a little bit to them. And they get so comfortable just because you're like, oh my God, your baby's so freaking adorable. So I just thought it was really cool that you can make them on lists, so then you don't have to individually look up these friends, like they're just there, and you can go click really quickly, and you look so genuine, and they are so happy that you reached out, and then they're like, hey, what are you doing? You look amazing. I'm like, thanks, awesome. So you have a new friend.
So that list is on Facebook?
Yeah, you can go, if you go on your homepage on the left-hand side, there's friends, and you can hover over it, and it says like manage lists or ad list or something. I can figure out the exact breakdown if you want to message me, Carrie, or anyone. I just kind of like figured it out on my own, but I'm sure that there's YouTube videos on how to do it too. But if I can figure it out, you guys can definitely figure it out. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, actually, I like that too, Jordan, because one of the things I'm having trouble with is, so I'm getting a lot of people from my like page that I have no idea who they are, you know, and then I end up personally friending them on Facebook, which is great, but then I'm losing them off the face of the planet. So if I remember to add them to my, like, maybe whatever it's called, like page list or something, then that would be like a way to organize it. So, you know, because I don't always have the pen and paper on me, like it would be a quick way to kind of keep it organized, to remember to form with them as well. Because it is important, guys, to pay attention to who's liking your stuff on your like page. Because if you see a name you don't know, that's an opportunity. And I'm not saying, you know, go right and be like, hey, will you join my challenge group? Like, they're going to be like, what? What's a challenge group and who are you? You know? But what you can say is, hey, you know, I saw you, you know, liked this photo on my like page. Just want to thank you for the support. You know, I'm here to help you with any health goals, or maybe go to their page and do a little stalking action. I do that too. And I'm like, hey, noticed you're a mom too. Like, your kid's so cute. You know, just start talking to them. It's all about building relationships. So that was good. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the question too, Carrie. Was that like helpful?
Mm-hmm.
Groups.
Yeah, it was very helpful because I've been feeling like I need to reach more people, but I don't have time all the time during the week because I am a mom to be able to go out and physically see people face to face. So the groups would be really helpful to be a part of.
And I feel like a lot of people on my team have the same exact questions. They're being a little shy. People are being a little shy. So you're definitely not the only one out of 18 people who are on this call. So you helped out someone today.
And I will say one last thing too. I know it's a struggle sometimes of purchasing a challenge pack as a customer or a discount coach. I know I struggled with that for a really long time. And I actually specifically remember a conversation Carrie and I finally had. It was a eureka moment because we were feeling all weird at first. Like, oh, I feel like we're like being kind of like creepy, trying to get them to sign up as a coach. Like, this is kind of weird. And then we were like, wait a second, like, why wouldn't people want to save money? Like, it actually is kind of annoying because then they're a customer and then they have to switch to a coach and then they have to either buy another child, they have to like do this and the other thing. Signing up right away as a discount coach is like so much better for everybody. You know, they end up saving money right away. So the way I present it, I do present both options. It's just the way I do it. I say there are two, when they're finally ready to purchase, I say there's two ways to sign up. And I know everyone does things differently. Two ways to sign up as a customer or discount coach. If you think you're going to be drinking Shakeology for more than a month, then I highly recommend signing up as a discount coach. Reason being, you're going to save yourself $30 a month. And who doesn't want to save that? Being a coach doesn't mean you have to work the business like I do, but I love it. So maybe you'll think about it down the road. You know, I always say something having to do with, you know, if you choose not to, but you can kind of thing. But that's the way I present it. I right away recommend them signing up as a discount coach. I give them both options, but I definitely recommend that way to them right away. So I don't know if everyone's doing that, if they feel comfortable doing that, but I highly recommend starting to get comfortable with it. And people are going to thank you for it as well.
Mm-hmm. Are there any other questions?
Awesome. Well, I want to thank Jordan and Meg for helping me host this call, and thank all of you from all of our teams for being on as well. 18 people. That's so flippin' awesome. I love you guys. You're awesome. And seriously, this is why Emerald, it all starts with Emerald. Like, this started with me as Emerald and Meg as Emerald and Jordan as Emerald. Like, seriously, this is it. Like, we're just going to keep growing, and it all starts with that. So, all right, I'm finally done. I could talk forever, but I hope you guys all have a great night. This was recorded. I'll make sure we have it posted in all the pages, and have an awesome, awesome night, everybody.
Night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.